Hello, everyone. This is Kim Levitsky of Sasquatch Trail Running here for the pre-race announcements for the 2025 Squatchy Leftovers Trail Party. That is happening on Saturday, November 25th, or 29th, not the 25th, 29th, 2025. So we're going to jump right into this and get into our pre-race announcements. Just a reminder, this event is sold out, which means we have no more spots left. Even if there are no shows on Saturday, we're not doing any race day registration. The roster is finalized, bibs are assigned, and we are ready to go for Saturday. So let's jump in here to our pre-race announcements. So, first of all, the weather. It's going to be cold. It's going to be a little chilly as usual for the leftovers, but there is no crazy spicy forecast coming up. So, it doesn't look like we'll get any rain, snow, sleet, hail, which we have had in the past. We've had ice, we've had snow. But for tomorrow, it looks like it's just going to be chilly. Going to be partly cloudy. Going to be in the 30s to start. It's not really going to get up much past 40, 41 degrees. When you're looking at the weather, you're going to search for West Orange, New Jersey. 07052 is the zip code if you're using like a weather app or something like that. Finishes the Turtleback Rock picnic area off of Walker Road in West Orange. So this is at the South Mountain Reservation. It's in Essex County, New Jersey. Again, the address for that is 374 Walker Road. In the emails that we sent out, there's links, Google Map links that you can use to plug into your navigation apps if you're going to be using that. You're coming from out of town. For parking, we will be able to fit about 100 or so cars in the main picnic area lot. So that means once that fills up, all overflow traffic will be directed to the side streets off of Walker Road. So historically, we've been filling the parking lot by about 7:30 a.m. That'll be pretty much all filled up. So if you want to get a spot in the main lot, we recommend coming early. Otherwise, you can just plan on parking in those overflow streets off of Walker Road. Our volunteers are going to be there to direct you. They're going to have neon yellow vests on to tell you which way to go. So follow their directions. Common sense reminder, don't park illegally. Do not block anybody's driveways. This is a suburb area where all of the houses are. So we want to be good neighbors and be polite and mindful when we are parking on those side streets. So we recommend if you're coming for the 5K, 10K, getting there by 8 a.m., you could pretty much, it's 100% that you're going to be parking in the overflow side streets. There won't be any spots left for 5K, 10K. So you're going to want to get there by 8 a.m. So you have plenty of time to walk over, go through check-in, use the restroom, hang out, all that stuff so you're not rushed. So allow extra time to walk over from the overflow parking. Here we've got a little map to show you what that looks like. If you're listening to the replay on the podcast, obviously you can't see this, but basically we've got the trailhead parking lot off of Walker Road. About 100 spots will be able to park there. We've got an icon that says no parking on the little drive that comes in off of Walker Road into the trailhead lot. So please don't park there. We need to have easy access for emergency vehicles to go in and out. And then do not park on Walker Road, that road that connects you to those side streets. There's no shoulder there. It's illegal to park on the sides there. So you're going to want to wait until you get up to the side streets off of Walker Road. There's plenty of parking over there. And again, allow extra time to walk from the side streets over to the trailhead lot. Okay, for our trail party schedule. Sunrise is at 7 a.m. Sunset is at 4:30 p.m. So for our 50K, you are doing 10 loops of the 5K course. So 5 times 3 or 10 times 3.1 will get you about 31 miles for the 50K. Your check-in time, you guys are with the 25K. You're between 7:15 to 7:45 a.m. You both have an 8 a.m. start. You both have the 8.5 hour cutoff. So 50Kers, you need to maintain a 16-minute and 27-second pace per mile to finish by 4:30. And the 25Kers, you will have 5 loops on the course and you need to maintain a 32-minute and 55-second pace per mile to finish by 4:30. So that is the total time. That includes all your stoppage, going to the aid station, restroom, and all that. That's got to be your pace in order to finish by 4:30. For the 10K and 5K and kids 1 mile, you guys are all checking in between 8:15 to 8:45, and you'll have a 9 a.m. start. So the 10K, you're doing 10 loops. Not 10 loops. You're doing 2 loops on the course. You can tell this is the day before the race because my brain is all over the place. 10K is you got 2 loops on the course. The 5K, you've got 1 loop on the course. Again, your start time is 9 o'clock. Check in about 8:15. And for our kids 1 mile, again, same check-in. We are going to start you a little bit after 9 a.m. so we can make sure our kids are safe and don't get squashed by the big crowd of 5K, 10Kers. We're going to start those folks who are doing the 5K, 10K at 9 o'clock. Once they clear the start-finish area, then we'll do our little announcements for the kids 1 mile, and we will send them off onto the trail for their 1 mile race. Just a reminder, we can't have anybody on the course after 4:30 p.m. That is a part of our permit with Essex County Parks. So just be mindful of that and remember that we will be looking at your split times. If it's looking like you're getting a little too cushy to the cutoff time, we're going to be looking at how much time you have left for your last loop. If it's just physically impossible for you to finish that by 4:30, we're going to wrap up your race at that point. Again, all of our events, we allow drop downs for this race. So if you are looking like you're not going to finish that 50K or 25K in time, we can drop you down to the next lower distance. Our pacers are going to be going out, or our sweepers are going to be going out about 3:45 p.m. to start taking down course markers on the loop. All right, so the start and finish area for check-in is again at the Turtleback Rock picnic area off of Walker Road. And it's an awesome race setup because it's a huge open area. So when you get there, after you park, you'll walk over to the trailhead. You're going to see there's this huge open field. All of that real estate is open to you if you want to hang out. If you're bringing crew or spectators that are going to hang for the day, you can set up your stuff pretty much anywhere. We have access to all of those picnic tables through the picnic groves of the Turtleback Rock picnic area. There's a big soccer field, a baseball field. So great spot for kids to run around if they're coming and joining us at the race. So when you get to check in, we're going to have a whole bunch of different tables set up. We're going to be splitting it by alphabetical order based on your last name. There's going to be signs there. Our volunteers are going to give you your bib and your safety pins at the first table that you hit. And then the next table you go to is a swag table. There's actually 2 swag tables. So the first one you hit, you can take whatever you want off of that table. And then that's like the freebies. And then the last swag table is you choose one of the items that are on there. And then our squat shop will be set up near check-in, and it'll be open before, during, and after the event if you'd like to take home some fun Sasquatch gear. 2 fun things we have added to this race. We have the Retrail project. We started this up this past year. So this is a project that was set into motion by Sasquatter Michael Feldman. Shout out to Michael. He had this idea to basically, it's like a community exchange program of gear that you're no longer using or need. So we've got a bin that'll be set up there that is filled with gently used or brand new trail running gear. You are welcome to take whatever you want. You do not have to donate in order to take. So you're welcome to show up. You see, hey, there's a pair of shoes there. It's my size. I could use them. Take them. Take them. We've seen people who have taken shoes right off of the bin and gone out and run a 50K in them. So plenty of items there. And then, of course, we are accepting donations. And, we're not reselling any of this. It's all staying in the Retrail bin. Those bins come to each of our events. And it's just a gear exchange. So again, you don't have to donate in order to help yourself. And then as you're getting ready for the race, if you see gear that you have that's been kind of like laying around or whatever and hasn't had much use, but it's in good shape, it needs to be in good shape, not stuff that's falling apart, bring that and then stick it in the bin. We can give it some new life. And then we also have the Great Squatchy Give Back. So we are teaming up with our friends at Mend, New Jersey. And Men in New Jersey supports a network of 40 plus food pantries across Essex County, New Jersey. That's the location of our event on Saturday. And they make sure that nobody goes hungry. So we're going to squatch it forward by filling those pantry shelves with love and good food. We're going to have a table at check-in that is ready for you to drop off your donations. And in order to really kind of maximize our impact, we're going to be just asking for 4 different items. So these are 4 of the most requested items at food pantries. And we spoke with our friends at Mend, and they said, hey, if you can try to collect these 4 items, it would really help us out. So those 4 items are shelf-stable milk, canned tuna, canned chicken, and diapers. So specifically size 4, 5, and 6 for the diapers. So again, this is not mandatory. This is something we're just doing to give back to the community where we're hosting this event. So feel free to bring that. Again, not a requirement, but if you'd like to participate in the Great Squatchy Give Back, we will have that ready to go tomorrow. Restrooms. We've got a ton of porta-johns that are going to be at the start-finish area. We should have at least 10 that are there with one ADA unit as well. There are no other restrooms on the course. So when you're using the restroom, you got to do that at the start-finish area. We've got plenty of menstrual products and body wipes that are available right next to those porta-johns, and those are sponsored by Dr. Colleen Drejos. She's a pelvic floor PT, one of the SASQUAD partners, and she's sponsoring all those items for 2025 and just confirmed she's doing that again in 26, which is very exciting. We also have a private changing tent that's available by the restrooms. We like to lay it flat during the race because it tends to blow away when it's standing up and nobody's in it. But you can see that there if you need it. It's available before, during, and after for whatever reason. It's a private changing stall. So you just step in and you zip it closed and you can use that at any point. So that's next to the restrooms. As far as medical, we have a fully stocked first aid kit as well as an AED at SASQUAD HQ. Hopefully we don't need to use either of those, but they are available. And then just a reminder, we do not give out any kind of medication like Tylenol, Advil, Tums, stuff like that. So if you anticipate needing any of those items, please make sure you BYO on that because we do not give out any kind of meds. For the course conditions, course is in great shape. Even though we had a little bit of rain earlier this week, the course is looking really great. There's not much mud. It's the end of November, so that means plenty of leaves are down on the course, especially on the single track section of the back half of the course. As with all of our events, we allow trekking poles. So if that's something that you enjoy using, you find it helpful, you are welcome to bring poles to this race. The 5K course, it has about 325 feet of elevation gain per loop. Most of that gain is in the back half of the course. You got a couple of hills in the back half. As always, we encourage everybody to practice leave no trace at all of our races, but anytime you're out and about, which basically means don't dump trash or leave stuff on the trail. If you see it, bring it back. We've got plenty of trash cans at Squatchy HQ for you to dump those in. And of course, a special thank you to our friends at the South Mountain Conservancy. They're the nonprofit group that maintains all 50 plus miles of trails throughout the reservation. So these are the guys and gals and folks that go out anytime there's a tree down. They are taking those down with their chainsaw, the chainsaw gang. And we've done a lot of work with them over the years. So we're always happy to support their efforts. For course marking, so the 5K loop is going to be marked very, very well with neon pink ribbons and large directional pink arrows. So our course captain, Jeff Bach, he is out there today marking the course. He does a phenomenal job as always. He always marks the course for our South Mountain Reservation events. And we have those directional arrows at each of the turns. A lot of people tend to describe our course markings as like ribbon throw up because we overmark the course. We don't want people to get lost. So if you want to see what those markings look like ahead of time, you can go to our website at the on our website. There's a link to the SASQUAD Trail School where we have a video that goes through what those markings look like. So the 5K loop is marked, like I said before, pink ribbons, and then the kids loop is marked with yellow and black ribbons and arrows. So the kids 1 mile loop starts the same as the 5K, and then it makes a right. Basically, about a half mile in, it makes 2 hard rights to double back to reach Squatch HQ. And again, those are yellow and black ribbons, and the 5K loop is marked with pink. As far as nature goes, really the only wildlife you're going to see here are squirrels, deers, chipmunks, maybe a fox. Highly doubtful though, because there's going to be so many people out on the trails tomorrow. But just a reminder, this course is on public trails, which means you're definitely going to see other people, other trail users out there, especially Saturday of a holiday weekend. It's going to be quite busy. And just a PSA, you're likely going to encounter people who have dogs. And unfortunately, South Mountain is a bit notorious for people not following the state law, which is a leash law. So you may encounter off-leash dogs. Unfortunately, we can't control that. So just be alert and aware of your surroundings. This is one of the reasons why we do not encourage the use of headphones, just so you can hear what's going on around you during the race. Speaking of animals, as far as pets go, we do not allow pets to participate in the race. Our insurance doesn't allow that. So no doggos or cats or lizards or anything can come with you when you're racing. Spectators, family, friends, welcome to bring those 4-legged creatures with them at Squatch HQ. They just have to be on a leash the entire time. So please be respectful of that. No off-leash dogs, even if it's the most friendly dog on the planet. We need to have all dogs on leash at all times if they're going to be hanging at Squatch HQ. For timing, so your bib has looks like a sticker on the back of it. That is the timing chip. Don't touch it. Don't take it off. Leave it there. Just ignore it. That is what our timing system uses to pick up your splits and your finish time when you cross over the timing mats. So just don't mess with that on the back of the bib. Shout out to the Search Day program in New Jersey. These are students with autism. They helped us out this month. Their vocational project was to assemble the bibs. So they put all the timing chips on the back of the bibs. Very, very cool. We appreciate the partnership we have with the Search Day program. Results will be posted on Ultra Sign Up by Sunday, so be patient. We'll get those out to you. We will have a QR code available at the race that has unofficial live results. You'll be able to check those out during the event. All right, let's talk about our aid station. So first of all, the Volunteer Dream Team, they make the trail magic happen at our aid station. We have tons of volunteers that are coming out for the event. We have folks out there today. They're going to be out there tomorrow, race day, Sunday, doing a double sweep of the course. Just a ton of people that are helping out at this event, as with all of our events. So for the aid station, we work really hard to have a variety of nutrition and hydration products available at our events. For this race, it's one central aid station you're going to pass after each loop. So you're not passing any other aid throughout the course. Crew is not allowed to help anywhere else besides Squatch HQ. So whatever you need in between loops, make sure you take advantage of it there at the aid station. Here are some of the items we're going to be having. These are examples and not completely limited to this. We got some other fun stuff in the works that are happening. But for hydration, we've got water scratch. We will have some Coke available. For fruit, we've got bananas and clementines coming. Snacky items, we got granola bars, fruit snacks, chocolate, candy, potato chips, corn chips, Oreos. And then a little bit more hearty options. We got PB&J. We have rice cakes available that are gluten-free if you want to do PB&J that way. We got pickles. And then for hot items for our 50K and 25K, that will be starting probably about 10:30. We're going to be starting cooking. We've got vegan potato and onion pierogies. We've got quesadilla with the option of corn tortillas. And we also will have some hot broth definitely for this race because it's going to be chilly out there. And of course, we were very excited to announce the arrival of the new Sasquatch Pickle Fountain, which is going to be happening on Saturday. We were so excited to set that up. So that's going to be happening tomorrow, the debut of the Sasquatch Pickle Fountain. Okay, some more items about the aid station. So reminder, all of our events at Sasquatch are cupless. So that means you need to bring a cup or bottle or pack with you in order to to get any of the hydration items. As always, we love having Scratch Labs with us. They've been sponsoring our events for a number of years. They are providing the Scratch Hydration, which is an awesome electrolyte mix that we'll have available in the Scratch coolers. And then, as always, we have a discount code for scratchlabs.com that is Sasquatch 2025. You can save 20%. It's a pretty steep discount on Scratch Labs. And we don't get a kickback on that. We just love their products and want to share them with you. All right, for crewing, this is a very, very crew-friendly event. So that means that crews don't have to chase you all over the country to find you and go to different aid stations. It's just one central spot. You set up your stuff and you hang out there all day. So we love having crew come to this event. The start finish at Squatchy HQ, great spot for people to hang out throughout the day. Like we said earlier, plenty of picnic tables to use. There's a large field for kids to run around. We have a bunch of fun games that your family can enjoy. And we also have a bonfire going all day long, which is great. Okay, crewing. I think we mentioned this a few minutes ago, but you can't crew anywhere else on the course besides Squatch HQ. A few reminders that if your runner might need ice throughout the race, we encourage them to bring it on their own, or crew bring that in a cooler. We're not going to have ice available for crew access. Personal fires and bonfires, something like a solo stove, is not allowed. Our permit only covers the bonfire that we have at Squatch HQ. You're welcome to bring something like a small propane stove. You can do that, like a camp stove, like a Coleman thing. We see plenty of people do that. You're welcome to set that up. There are also a lot of charcoal grill available throughout the picnic groves. You can use those. You just have to BYO charcoal. For crewing tents, you're welcome to set up tents, but just a reminder, as always at all of our races, you have to stake your tents down because it will go flying. Definitely on Saturday, there's going to be some wind, so bring stakes or sandbags or whatever you need to make sure the tent doesn't go flying. We've seen it happen at every race. A crew sets up a tent without, taking the proper precautions. So make sure you are being diligent with that and making sure your tent is staked down the entire time. We definitely need people to be respectful of not putting tents up in the parking lot because we need to maximize every inch of that lot. And just a reminder, like most of our races, there's no access to electricity. So if you need any sort of power or outlets or whatever, you have to bring that on your own, something like a power bank or battery. For pacers, as with all of our events, squatchers over the age of 60 and AWDs, athletes with disabilities, you guys can have a pacer at any time, any mile of the event. You just have to pre-register your pacer with us before the start of the trail party. And for runners and hikers under the age of 60 or who are not an AWD, pacers are not allowed without prior communication and approval with race staff. So please don't bring pacers with you. This is an event we've unfortunately had bandits come, which is when folks run without a bib. And that is like an automatic ban from our races. So please don't do that. Please be respectful. I know if you didn't get in the event, it's disappointing, but we have plenty of other races throughout the year. We also have lots of opportunities still to volunteer with us on Saturday if you didn't get a bib. The Jackalope Tent. The Jackalope Tent is back for year 2. This is a quiet space that's available at the Squatchy Leftovers. It is literally an inflatable tent that we will have set up across the field, and it's away from the finish line, from the music. So this is a multi-use space. So it's available for anybody, for runners, for spectators, for kids, for folks who might be breastfeeding. This is a quiet, safe area away from the mayhem that you can utilize throughout the event. So that is going to be set up. We've got a big sign there that also says Jackalope Quiet Tent, so you know where that's located. All right, we want to mention a couple of really fun aspects of this event in particular. So we've got 2 really cool groups that are coming to join us on Saturday. First off is the Hackensack Middle School Happy Feet Trail Running Club. We've been partnering with them for over a year. And these are kids from Hackensack, New Jersey, who come to our events thanks to the generosity of you guys, our community. We raise funds throughout the year and provide scholarships to these kids so they can come cost-free and join us at our event. So for this race, there's over 30 students that are coming out, and the kids did fundraising on their own to raise enough funds to get a yellow school bus to bring them to the race. And then our community raised the funds to get them here on full scholarship. So very, very fun. They are all participating in the 5K. So they're going to be kicking off at 9 a.m. with the rest of the 5K, 10K or so. A lot of them are brand new to the trails and even brand new to running. So when you see them out there, give them some extra encouragement as it's their first time out in the trails for many of them. And then also very excited to share about our Team Hippogriffin program. This is another really fun community program that launched this past year. And we are going to have several of our Hippogriffin athletes and their guides out with us for both the Kids 1 Mile race and the 5K. So again, just like the Happy Feet crew, these athletes are coming to our event thanks to the generosity of our community and the funds that were raised to provide scholarships for them. And the Team Hippogriffin, so this is a program we support runners and hikers with either a physical, intellectual, or neurodevelopmental disability who need a guide to safely navigate the trails with confidence. So we have trained volunteers that meet up with these athletes. We do once a month meetups at this location on this loop. And then we've invited them to come out to our races as well. So they're going to be participating with us. And just a heads up, so we have the option for our Hippogriffin athletes and guides to start early, a little bit more of a sensory-friendly option for them. So you may see folks that are starting early around 8:30 for the Kids 1 Mile and the 5K. Again, be respectful of that. That's not for everybody. That is for our Team Hippogriffin program. If they opt to use that, take advantage of that to make the race experience more enjoyable for them. And similarly, we have an alternative finish line that is sensory-friendly, and that's going to be by the Jackalope tent. So again, just away from the crowds, is a little bit more calm. That is available for Team Hippogriffin. And heck, for anybody who needs a little bit more sensory-friendly option where it's not like, rocking music at the finish line, you can opt to cross an alternative finish line over by the Jackalope tent. All right, couple miscellaneous items. We're getting to the end of the announcements here. So please keep your bib visible at all times. Like I mentioned earlier, this is how we track you with your splits and your finish times with our timing system. So your bib needs to be on the front of your body where we can see it at all times. You can drop down in distance if you are unable or you don't want to finish the distance that you signed up for. You just got to make sure that you come and tell our timers before you leave the race. And then just be aware you're not eligible for top 3 post-race awards if you drop down. So just be mindful of that when you opt to drop down. And then, as always, don't leave the race without telling us. If you decide to drop early and we don't have your finish time, we will be looking for you, and we don't like calling emergency contacts. So please make sure you check out with us if you decide to end your race earlier than the event you signed up for. And then lastly, you are welcome to leave gear at Squatch HQ. Just know we can't watch it for you, but we will have an area there. We're going to set out a tarp that has a sign that says solo runners where you can drop some of your items there, especially for folks who may not get a spot in the main lot. Otherwise, you're welcome to leave things in your car. If you were lucky enough to get a spot in the main lot, you will pass the parking lot after each loop. And then we're very active on social media. So tag us in your Instagram, Facebook posts. We want to celebrate with you after the race. The handle for both of those is @Sasquad Trail Running. And of course, we got to end our pre-race announcements with all the thank yous. So of course, to our volunteer dream team, they are making the trail magic happen. To Scratch Labs for providing the awesome hydration products at our aid station. To our nonprofit partner, Bigger Than the Trail. We're raising funds for them with this event. So Bigger Than the Trail is the tax-exempt nonprofit that raises funds to provide cost-free therapy for anybody who needs it. So anybody struggling with mental health, Bigger Than the Trail will provide cost-free therapy with licensed therapists for you to get started on your mental health healing journey. So you can learn more about them at bttt.run/support if you want to take advantage of that. And it is not just limited to runners. Anybody can use their services if they need help with their mental health. And last but certainly not least, our sponsors and partners. Thank you to Scratch Labs, Sneaker Factory, The Nutrition Mechanic, Well Body Labs, Lightfoot Athletics, Chaos Crewing, Run Wild, Trail Sisters, South Mountain Conservancy, the New York, New Jersey Trail Conference, the Trail Mix Fund, Bigger Than the Trail, Stride for Stride, Drehos PT, Women in Ultra Running, and Wild Sense Goods. And that about wraps it up for our pre-race announcements here. If you need anything between now and tomorrow morning, there is a 0% chance I am responding to any emails. The vacation responder is already set on there. So if you need me, you can reach out to my cell phone, which is listed on the website and all the emails. And if there's nothing else, we're going to see you bright and early tomorrow. We got a ton of volunteers that are coming out at 0 dark 30. Probably be there by like 5:15 or something. We are going to send out one more email because this was requested by our director of parking. A reminder for those folks who opt to get to the race site incredibly early, because there's always like 3 or 4 people that get there at like 5 a.m., which is cool. Please help us out when you're parking to park as close as possible to the next car that is in the lot. Okay, so like within inches, because when we have rando cars that are parked throughout the parking lot really early and then we can't find who's parked there, whose car those is, then it messes up the rest of parking. So be mindful of that. If you want to come early before our volunteers are there, that's cool. But you got to park right next to the next car that is in the lot so we can maximize every inch. Okay, that is it. Again, if you need me between now and tomorrow morning, reach out to me via my cell phone, list on the website, and emails. And until we see you in the morning, keep it squatchy.